Hey everyone, welcome to The Explainer. So, if you've ever looked at a grocery receipt and thought, wait a minute, I swear this all used to cost way less, well, you're definitely not going crazy. Today, we're tackling a question that literally affects every single one of us. Why exactly does your money buy less over time? Let's jump right in with a super relatable example. Take a guy named Tony. He saved up his usual $10 for his absolute favorite chocolate bar, only to get to the store and find out it now costs $12. Right? It's the exact same chocolate bar, but bam, a 20% price jump in just a single year. Whether it's chocolate today or, a simple cup of coffee compared to 10 years ago, you kind of have to wonder, why doesn't your money do the same job it used to? Well, the short answer is inflation. But think about it this way. It's not really just that the chocolate itself magically got more expensive. It's actually that this invisible force is causing your money to shrink in value. That's essentially what inflation is, the gradual loss of purchasing power over time. Basically, with that exact same $10 bill, you can literally buy fewer goods and services than you used to. So obviously, the big question we need to ask ourselves right now is why? What actually causes this incredibly frustrating loss of purchasing power across the entire economy? It really boils down to one simple classic rule. You have too much money chasing too few goods. Think of it kind of like a giant seesaw. If a whole bunch of people suddenly have extra cash in their pockets and they all want to buy that limited edition chocolate, but the supply is super low, well, businesses are going to raise the price. Demand completely outweighs supply, the seesaw tips, and you end up paying the difference. But economists aren't just sitting around tracking a single chocolate bar. To really measure this stuff, they track what's called a basket of goods. And this is just a hypothetical giant shopping basket filled with all the everyday things we pay for: rent, groceries, gas, clothing, the whole shebang. By tracking the total price tag of this massive basket over time, we can actually measure exactly how fast our money is losing its power across the broader economy. Now, here is where it gets really interesting. Your first instinct might be, okay, then inflation should just be zero, right? Actually, scratch that. Zero inflation is surprisingly bad for the economy. Central banks deliberately aim for this sort of Goldilocks target of a steady 2% increase every year. And the reason why is pretty fascinating. If you know for a fact that your money is going to be worth just a little bit less next year, you're highly encouraged to go out and spend it or invest it today. And that constant ongoing activity, that's exactly what keeps the whole economic engine humming along. One of our sources put it perfectly. Money is like water. If it sits still, it loses its power. Because a little bit of inflation is literally baked into the system by design, any cash you just leave sitting idle quietly and inevitably loses its value. It's just a fact of life. So knowing that this invisible force is out there constantly chipping away at your idle cash, the real question is, how are you going to put your money to work today to protect your purchasing power for tomorrow?